So before I go any further, what I want to do, and I'm glad I waited to do this, there's a couple other brothers that showed up. I just want to take a few minutes and have everybody introduce themselves to each other. There's no reason why we should be sitting here acting like strangers amongst one another. So let's just take a couple minutes, shake some hands, introduce yourself to everybody in the room, hand out a business card if you got it right now. Let's do it. And I didn't catch your first name, brother. I'm Charles, man.
I'm Antoine, but they call me Twain.
Twain.
Artist.
Got you, bro. I'm Chuck, man. Marcus, good to meet you, sir.
What's up, Ronald? People, man.
Ronald Marcus.
Yeah.
Bill. Marcus. Nice to meet you.
Jonathan. Put it all together.
How you doing? Bill. Nice to meet you, Rob. Pleasure.
Your name, bro?
Never.
Mark.
And the reason why that's important is because today we are all going to make a conscious decision to do a better job with that. We see each other at the mall, we see each other at the lake, we see each other at the comedy show, and we act like we can't even just gesture politely to one another. We need to each decide today that we can do something to start changing that. That's utterly ridiculous, especially here in Minnesota when there's so few of us to begin with. There's no reason why we should act like total strangers. And what's funny is that's how sometimes beefs begin. Man, that brother thinks he's all that. Well, you haven't even talked to him, so you don't have a clue. And he thinks, man, that brother over there thinks he's all that. And so now there's this beef in the air for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So let's all decide today that we're going to go out and just do something a little different about that. And it's just a nod, a wave, just acknowledge one another. It's a great feeling. I'm going to start today by, again, talking about vision. And I had wanted to print out some quotes from some people who I think are familiar to everyone in this room. And I'm just going to go down the list and begin to read these quotes that I have. This one here is from Jay-Z. It says, Def Jam wasn't ready for my vision. I'm going to repeat it. Def Jam wasn't ready for my vision. We all know that Jay-Z moved over to Def Jam, held a position there for a while. He no longer is in that position. But I think that's important because what Jay-Z is saying is what? I had a vision. I had a vision. And you guys need to understand that once you develop your vision, not everyone is going to see your vision the way you see it. Not everyone is going to agree with your vision. But it's great to have one. And Jay-Z, who we all know is probably one of the most successful rappers ever, has a vision. I'm going to read another one. This one is from Master P. Our goal is to take kids off the streets, provide education, financial literacy, and hope for a real future. Master P said of the P. Miller Youth Centers, he is starting with his son Romeo. We want our kids to pick up a book and or a ball and put down the guns. It's time to save our kids. Let's give them a better vision. I listened to an interview with Master P about 2 weeks ago. And although I didn't count, I can tell you off the top of my head, he must have said the word vision and referred to his vision at least 10 times in the first 5 minutes. At least 10 times in the first 5 minutes. His vision, I had a vision, my vision, my vision. He just went on and on and on about his vision. Here's one that begins with an announcement. This brother wanted to make an announcement. I have a vision for the record business. I have worked on this idea for some time now. It's called 50's New 50-50. But he made an announcement and he says, I have a vision. And what I've worked on it for some time now. But he has what? He got together and over a period of, I don't know how many, I'm going to guess it's years for him to come up with this. But he starts by saying, I have a vision for the record business. Here's another one. This one is from Russell Simmons. I have a few from Russell Simmons because he really, as we all know, is a pioneer of the hip-hop game. One of them, he says, I have been blessed to find people who are smarter than I am. And they help me to execute the vision I have. That's important. So your vision, once you've developed it, what you're going to want to do is surround yourself by people that can help you advance your vision. And that's what he's saying. I've always had people smarter than me. He's been able to sell them on his vision and get them to help him to make his vision come his reality. That's important. Here's another one by Russell Simmons. In my experience, there's only one thing that will always steer you towards success. That's to have a vision and to stick with it. Once I have a vision for a new venture, I'm going to ride that vision until the wheels come off. Again, very, very important. He's saying, I don't have the kind of vision that a person could easily move me off my square. I'm not over here one day because I see something some way and someone presents something to me tomorrow and I'm going in this direction. He's saying, once I have an established vision, I'm riding with it, and there's nothing anyone can do to move me off my square. Important. One more and then I'll move on. I don't believe that people create their vision, create their own visions. Rather, I believe that visions are actually God's way of communicating with us. And that one's important enough that I'm going to read it again. I don't believe that people create their visions, create their own visions. I believe that visions are actually God's way of communicating with us. Why I feel that one is so important is because I talk about having a vision. And what I do in the book is I show you how every Fortune 500 company has a vision statement, a mission statement. In fact, I talk about in my book how I was a part of writing one. This is a vision statement and a mission statement all in one that me and Charles Foote Jr., Charles Sr. wrote together for a business we started, I believe, in 2003. And I'm gonna read this to you guys because it's really, pardon me, I guess this is something I need to work on too. In fact, I'm gonna take the battery out of that before long. But I'm gonna read it to you. It says, mission statement. Allegiance Real Estate Services is dedicated to the creation and demonstration of a new corporate concept of linked prosperity. Our mission consists of 3 interrelated pledges. I'm going to start right there. This is for a real estate business that we had. We went to the Secretary of State. We incorporated the name Allegiance Real Estate Services. From there, we called the IRS, and they gave us that 9-digit number that I talked about before. And then we had to right away create a vision statement and a mission statement for our company. Dear, dear friend of mine who's poking his head in here, man, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. And so that was that first clip I read to you was our vision statement. A vision statement for a company or for you is something that's very broad. You might say, one day I want to be the president. One day I want to have a business where I have 150 employees. Your vision for your life is something very broad. It's not something that will fit in a small cup. But now it becomes more concise when you have to put together your mission statement. And your mission statement is now, how am I going to make my vision my reality? What are the steps that I'm going to take? And I want you guys to pay close attention to the words that we use. These are all action words, things that this business is going to do. The service pledge, provide a full range of real estate services, utilizing time-proven methods, innovation, and education to stay on the cutting edge of the real estate industry. The second thing under our service pledge was provide service. Again, these are all action things. These are things that we're going to do to make this happen for us. We're going to provide service with the highest standard of honesty, integrity, and quality customer service. Moving on, we had a social pledge. Embrace the unique needs of the multicultural environment of our communities, associates, and clients. Again, action stuff, action steps. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go out into the communities. We've recognized that we have a wide range of people now in the city, Hispanic, Somali, and we're going to go out and we're going to meet with these people. We're going to work with them. We're going to provide them the service to help what? Make this vision our reality. I'm going to move a little faster here. The economic pledge. To operate the company on a sound financial basis of sustained and profitable growth, increasing value for our shareholders, and creating career opportunities and financial rewards for our employees. Establish economic security for our clients through real estate opportunities. Again, you notice these are all things that we're going to do. We're going to get out. We're going to make some things happen. So it's important to understand the difference between a vision statement and a mission statement. They're very different. A vision is very broad. A vision statement is very broad. Your mission statement is now very concise. These are the step-by-step things that I'm going to do. If I want to be the president one day, it's going to start by me graduating from high school. From high school, I'm going to go graduate with this type of degree. And then I'm going to take some poli-sci and get a degree in that. And then I'm going to move on to the state legislature. Those are the steps that a person says, that a person will have to do in order to get to that vision that they have. And if you're asking me why I'm spending so much time talking about vision, is because it is so important for all of you to establish a vision. Take it out of your mind, transfer it to a piece of paper.